What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Second City Kid podcast with your boy Jacob. This is our very first show. With me today, I got the drummer, Adam. What's going on, Adam?
Hey, how's it going?
Everything is sexy. It is a beautiful, hot, sunny day in the south side of Chicago, Illinois.
Almost too hot.
Keep in mind that it's like 98 degrees back here right now. So
I was gonna make a reference to the boy band, but I'm just gonna leave it alone.
A la noche. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, this is the very first show of the Second City Hit podcast. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time, pretty much. The show is based off the premise of kind of just shooting the shit, talking about what we want to talk about in regards to movies, video games,
Everyday life,
comic books, everyday bullshit, sports. It'll get really heated around here if we start talking about sports. So that we can...
Cubs beat St. Louis 9-0. Sox lost,
but it's not gonna matter.
We'll just
moving
moving forward.
Like I said, it's gonna get heated. My mom was talking about, because I was telling her about the idea or whatever, and she thinks she has a lot to say in regards to a sports thing. So she wants like, oh, can I get on? I'm like, if you want. But
I mean, she's pretty good at fantasy.
Oh yeah, she's knowledgeable. I'm not gonna take that away from her. She's just saying it's a little weird.
She's probably, if I'm looking for advice for fantasy football, I'm calling your mom.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I call her my manager when I have a team. I'm like, you know what? Let me call my agent. I got to make sure that I'm making the right pick here.
I'm just saying, though, I mean, it would be kind of weird to just invite my mom on the show. I mean, it's not the weirdest thing I've ever done.
No. We've done some weird shit.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. But, so anyway, like I said, we're just going to be shooting the shit and having a good time. Hopefully we'll try to do this every week at least once.
Yeah.
And right now we are, like I said, on the south side at For Better For Worse headquarters. Yep. And for those who are wondering, For Better For Worse is our band. We probably won't talk a whole lot about that unless everybody else is here.
Yeah.
But we're just kind of gonna refer to it as that, so you guys know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. So as our first show, we have our very first topic, which is a very important topic to
near and dear to our hearts.
Yeah, to the men in this room. One of our favorite bands of all time, probably easily one of the most influential bands in our lives ever. About a week ago, announced their
announced
their reunion,
the Rebirth Tour.
The Rebirth Tour, a band known as Underoath. Adam, how do you feel about that?
I bought my ticket that day, or the next day when I found out that you purchased yours.
I was literally at work, and when they announced it, and I bought the tickets on my phone.
Yeah, as soon as you posted, I got mine. I'm like, where did he go, and how do I get my tickets?
All I know is that when Underoath announced their final farewell tour, is that I couldn't get tickets quick enough to that, and I actually missed that show.
Yeah, I didn't hesitate because I wasn't even nowhere close to getting my tickets in time. And I'm just like,
No, my problem with that is that I was gonna get it by the time the website finished downloading, it was,
gone.
The tickets are gone.
By the way, you missed it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that's my fault for not being diligent. But it is what it is. But point being, Underoath is back, and we are really excited.
We have to tell everybody that Aaron Gillespie is back on drums, which to me is a big deal because
Adam's got a hard on for Aaron.
I do. I mean, I'm not even going to lie about it. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I mean, seriously, he's a damn good drummer and a damn good person, too.
Absolutely.
So how can you not like that guy?
Yeah, he's I'm glad. I don't know if you saw that interview he actually had posted. I forgot. It was one of those fucking rock magazines. I don't remember. I'm not going to cite my sources either because I'm a son of a bitch. But apparently he said he was talking about when he quit Underoath that he felt like he was personally sick. Like it didn't have anything to do with the band or anything. He just said it was something going on in his head where he felt like he had to move on. Which, I'm not upset at him.
If you move on and you end up with Paramore.
But my problem with that, and I was actually watching a Paramore video the other day after they announced the thing. I'm like, well, yeah, Aaron's still doing the Paramore thing. And then I look him up, and there's 3 spotlights, and not one of them is on him.
I know.
And that pisses me off.
That hurts.
He's easily one of the best drummers around right now.
No, he is the best musician on that stage.
Yeah, most definitely. And
other than the other hired on musicians.
That's not even fair though, man. I have not so pleasant opinions on where Paramore went because I used to dig them a lot.
Oh, Paramore was a lot better back when you were younger.
Absolutely, and it's not to bash them or anything. I mean, it's not like they're gonna hear us and they even give a shit about our opinions.
But if they do, please contact me. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm excited that they're back.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of feel weird about because I know some of those guys they have full-time jobs doing real human adult things. And
reality.
And I was talking to Adriana, my girlfriend, about this. Is that like that's got to be so weird to ask your boss? Oh, by the way, I need 2 months off because my world-renowned big band that I quit to take this job is going back on tour. So can I have a month and a half off? I mean, I'm sure that's not a normal conversation.
Yeah, be like, but you were supposed to give me the papers for said job. Sure, I guess that's fine. Go be famous for a month and a half.
Yeah, but we all know. I mean, at least at the very least, we are hoping that this is not just a one-hit deal, which I don't think it is. They kind of announced that it won't really be just a one-time deal, that they're going to come back as they please, which by all means, I'd rather.
We'll wait.
Yeah.
We will wait for whatever album they put out, and we'll eat it up like it's soup.
Just like we did with the Find the Great Line, and then we did it with the Lost and Sounds of Separation, and they're only chasing safety and all of that. And you got something popped up on your computer screen there, sir.
Yeah, I got to fix this.
Yeah, he's... Apparently, Adam's been downloading too much porn. And,
whoa! First of all, let me explain.
Okay.
I have a supercomputer in my back room.
Yes.
You download LimeWire one time,
Big
and
mistake.
that's all it takes.
Yep.
People, if you build a supercomputer, don't download anything to it.
And my favorite thing about that is that
yeah,
if you have the money to spend on a supercomputer, you're too much of a cheap ass to buy a $10 album for whoever you're trying to download for.
I mean, it wasn't like a cheap computer by any means.
No, not at all.
And it's pretty. It lights up blue.
Yeah, it's got the neon lights and all that. Yeah. Very unessential for, well, I guess we do studio stuff here, so it's not like it's completely unnecessary. But I think the neon lights are.
No, that's what got me hooked to it. It was white with blue lights. I'm like,
yeah, it's pretty.
I'm a drummer. Anything shiny, I'm just like, what? Squirrel!
It's true. I mean, you're looking at the man or talking to the man that has like 7 or 8 of these beautiful drum sets. Yeah. We're looking at one right now. We're literally eyeballing it, and it's very pretty, very sparkly.
It is.
What color is that?
It's actually a champagne with a white ripple stripe in the middle of it.
White ripple.
I would say, word up to CCP drums, but they
they're dead.
They no longer exist. Bankruptcy sucks.
I'm just saying that every single time you find a guy or a company to work with is like you're the kiss of death because they always go away after you contact them. So what? That's Spawn or Shine?
No, Spawn's still around.
Oh, okay.
And probably the next show that we play will be on that Spawn kit because I miss it.
Yeah.
And Shine back in the day, Robbie Lucero from my rep over there, still on my Facebook page. He's a good dude.
Yep.
The guy from Flowers for Dorian, Robert S, is also on my Facebook page. He's a cool dude. Played that company briefly with Skylit Symphony, then they folded. Whoops. And then went to Spawn.
Shout out to all those guys, by the way. Kicking it old school, those old Skylit Symphony guys. You guys know who you are. You guys are dope. I miss you guys.
You guys should follow our Facebook page that we haven't created yet. So
yeah.
Give us a day. We'll probably have one up and we'll figure it out. But
we'll be there. Yeah. It'll probably be done by the end of the day, which is Monday as you speak. I'll probably be doing that. I'll probably have a YouTube up. That's probably where this is gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to get a logo made. I'll probably hook up somebody or just do some cheap shit.
Pencil paper still works.
Throw that shit up there and hope for the best. But yeah, man. So Oath is back. I'm excited. I'm gonna be there. Yeah. I hope.
What'd you pay? What VIP package?
I got the bronze one because I felt, I don't know, because I'm a cheap ass. Number one, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm cheap and I'm broke right now, so I'm trying to maintain a stability with my financials. But I saw it. I had to take advantage of it. And at the end of the day, it's April in Chicago, and you never know what the weather's going to be like. So that and
70 one day, -5 the other.
Keep in mind that last week it was legitimately like 68 degrees outside, and then it turned 90,
91, 92, 93.
Yeah. So and apparently this week it's supposed to cool down again, but that is what it is. But the early entrance is all I really cared about. I'm gonna fight for my spot anyway, so it's not like it matters. I'm gonna try to be up on that barricade and all that. But
man, I'm gonna miss you.
What do you mean?
I got sound check.
You got all of that? Get the fuck out of here!
I got that. I got sound check. I got the meet and greet.
Damn!
It's me, Kevin Araceli.
Yeah.
And I got the shirt. I got the laminate. I'm like,
Jesus Christ!
I am not missing anything.
Well, if you were gonna do that, you should have bought my ticket, and then I would pay you back eventually.
Well, I literally, no joke. Okay, so we have our guitar member Kev, who isn't the richest person around.
He's rich on personality.
He is. That's actually really good. But after I saw my nephew Jake, the other guy in the room, he's like, I got my tickets. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta hurry up. I go to the website. I see the VIP package. I look at the middle one. I'm just like, I don't want that one. I went over to the other one. I'm like, meet and greet, sound check, early entrance, T-shirt, laminate. Yo, I'm in. That's what I want to do. Started getting everything to the checkout. I'm like, wait, I gotta call my boy.
Yeah,
call Kev, and I'm like, yo, Kev, what are you doing? He goes, dude, literally, I'm calling Shannon to get her credit card number so I can get my ticket. I'm like, bro, I got you. I got you.
That saved him an argument and a half, I'm sure.
It did, but once again, I get to checkout. I'm just like,
that's a pretty penny.
I'm like, I'm gonna have to ask my girlfriend too.
Oh yeah.
And don't get me wrong, she loves when we play our music. And I asked her, she's like, I have no idea who they are. I'm like,
use me to find out.
Do you still want to go?
Yeah.
She's like, okay. I'm like, all right, cool. What size shirt do you wear? I get a shirt? Yes. What size? Rang everything up. I mean, it wasn't that bad when you consider
everything
you're getting. Which I was like, all right, cool. I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see this guy break 3 sticks in 15 seconds. He's an animal.
Yeah, intense.
I mean, the whole show is going to be crazy.
Yeah, I texted Kev pretty much immediately.
That's why he was looking.
Yeah.
Because he's like, he goes, dude, I just got a text and I went straight to a computer.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. But dude, because I work at a very probably the world's most recognizable parcel company in the world. So
are we naming names? Or?
I'm trying not to name names because I don't.
So I should have said Shannon.
No. That's because that's I'm talking about like places of employment.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna talk about mine in the middle a little bit, or my old place. We'll get back to that.
Yeah. And at this place where parcels and packages get moved, and some say they might even are United Parcels Service. They only give us a 10-minute break, right? Since I'm a trainer at said company, I was working with my new hire, and I'm like, holy shit! And keep in mind that these new hires didn't really have a whole lot of personality, so I was kind of talking to myself. And I ran up to my girlfriend during break, which is only 10 minutes, and I was pretty much the other side of the building. So I ran I walked in a brisk pace, according to the company guidelines. So I ran up there, and she's like, I walk up to her like stone cold, and she's like, "What happened?" Because usually when I have to go up there and tell her stuff, bad news or whatever, maybe. I'm like, Underoath, getting back together this date. It's like a Thursday. I'm like, you want to go? And she's like, oh my God, I thought our dog died. I'm like, no. I'm like, shut up. I don't have time for this. Do
you want to go?
Do you want to go? She's like, I'm like, I need an answer like right now because I have to turn my ass around and go back the other direction. I need this now. She's like, I guess. I'm like, yes, sir. I'm like, because I'm not going to buy a ticket to a show
Because why?
Why am I not going to buy a ticket?
Because he's a cheap.
Because I'm a cheap ass, absolutely. So I was considering all my options. I'm like, if she doesn't go, I'm like, I'm going to spend $80 on a ticket anyway because I was going to do the gold thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, but if she doesn't go, I'll do the $40 thing, the $40 package where we can both go and have a good time. So she's not big on the Oath. She likes them. She likes a few songs, but she's not like big on them. She has her homework to do.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I haven't shut the fuck up about it. So I'm sure she's heard enough over the last week or so. But Overall, yeah, I think it's April 7th at Riv, I believe.
I thought it was the 16th.
The 16th?
I may be way off.
I have no idea.
But it's in April.
But it's in April, yeah. So we'll be there. Hopefully, whoever's listening to this will be there as well. We'll hang out with you.
Yeah, I mean, if we could get a following.
I mean, it is like 9 months from now.
Yeah, I mean, if we could get a good following and you guys are down and you guys are going to the show, well, you'll probably see a Cubs Sox hat float in the crowd, and that's most likely going to be us.
Yeah, more likely than not. Especially if we're standing next to each other.
Yeah.
And
we're still talking shit about
the season's over, or the season's about to start, and
one of us has gone home early, and the other one has either gone home early in the playoffs or is hoisting it. I'm just saying.
They're not hoisting nothing. They're not going to get past the Pirates. And if they get past the Pirates, they're not going to pass St. Louis. And if they get past St. Louis, for whatever reason, they are not going to get past the Blue Jays or the Astros or anybody in the American League, because the American League is the better league.
Anywho.
Yeah. So yeah, that was wrapping it up. We're excited. We hope everybody else, all their fans, are excited as well. Adam.
What?
You just saw a movie.
Yes.
What is that movie?
Straight Outta Compton.
How'd you feel about it?
Awesome movie. I mean, it's almost speechless. Like I said, me and my girlfriend went to go see the movie. We were kind of hesitant at first because we're like, may not be our thing.
Okay.
And, we're like, all right, screw it. We're going to go see it.
Yep. Watched
it. Love the storyline behind it.
Absolutely.
And if you guys thinking that there's not going to be a storyline, you are 100% incorrect. Mm-hmm. The storyline flowed so well, and everything kind of fit and puzzle piece together.
Mm-hmm.
Go see it. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If you have downloaded it, download it.
My favorite part about the movie, well, other than fucking Ice Cube's son, who was like uncanny, like you could swear to God that it was him the whole entire time.
I was looking at him even when he got his haircut, when he took the Jerry curl off, and I was just like, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was insane. The casting. Let me throw this out first before I put my piece in. The casting, all together,
amazing.
Was everybody sounded like, had the facial expressions of the people that we were supposed to be. The only person that at first didn't fit kind of who they looked like was the guy who played Dre, Dr. Dre. But
after a minute, you're just like, oh.
When he put on the leather jacket, you're like, that's Dr. Dre. He made the faces and everything. You're like, okay, that's on point. And the movie, my favorite part about it was that the music kind of told their story. If you put everything in chronological order, from everything from the album Straight Outta Compton to
Chronic.
The Chronic. Anyway, from everything from Straight Outta Compton to America's Most Wanted to The Chronic, everything that they put together, it told the story so well, and everything was really good. I hate Suge Knight.
Well, I mean, everybody does.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's because you're hired by him.
Yeah, and you kind of paid to like him, which more power to him. Man, whatever. If you can pay people to like you, that's cool.
Isn't he not currently in jail right now?
I think he is currently in jail. Didn't he just kill somebody?
Yeah, he killed somebody because he was trying to stop them from filming his...
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Isn't that insane?
I didn't stop nobody. I just killed somebody trying to get over here, bro.
I was telling Adriana, I'm like, it had to be a trip to be Ice Cube's son playing Ice Cube while his
dad.
Not even just that. Like the scenes where he's like, he's playing his dad like in his house and having kids run around, and one of those kids running around is supposed to be him. Like I'm sure that's really trippy.
What's it, like 3 generations in one room?
Yeah, that's trippy. I enjoyed the movie. It was excellent. The album was awesome. I went on an NWA fix, obviously. Yeah. You could ask Adam. I wouldn't shut the fuck up about it after I saw it.
It was comical because he's a short little Mexican dude, and he's NWA and Straight Outta Compton.
Well, to be honest, my favorite. Let me throw my parents underneath the bus here. My very first album I ever got was the Marshall Mathers LP.
Yeah.
So I am a hardcore kid. It's what I do, and it's what I love. But the roots of my musical, what's the word I'm looking for? Conquest, let's say, is with hip hop. And rap.
Well, and you listen to Linkin Park, which is like
the branch.
Yeah, the branch between the both. So I mean,
yeah. So it's not completely out in left field, but yeah. I mean, I don't think
it's almost far enough.
Yeah, and I don't share some of the same sentiments, like the whole "fuck the police" thing. Which,
but you got to remember, different era back then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
it was at that point. It was no matter what you were, if you weren't the right color. You want,
yeah. You can't blame them from how they felt.
Yeah,
because
so, I mean, don't get me wrong. The police do the work, and you'll let them do the work, but at the same time, back in the 80s, Rodney King was Rodney King, and that's the reason why it started like that.
Yeah, so it was bad. I mean, obviously, like I said, I don't share those sentiments, but the song's awesome. All the songs are awesome. I downloaded the albums. I downloaded No Vaseline, which is the song where Ice Cube just goes in on NWA.
He said No Vaseline.
He fucks them up.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for them.
And I like that scene in the movie, and they're all like, yo, that was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, like Yella's like, that was good, man. He's like, it hurt.
And Jerry was just like,
yeah.
Well, we won't get too much away. You guys got to go see it.
It was a good flick. But, so yeah, that was Adam's movie. I saw a couple. The most recent movie I saw, which is, I know I'm a little late to it, is the Ant-Man. The Ant-Man was really good.
I have not seen that one yet.
Adam's not so much big on the comic books as I am. I dig it. Adam likes it. He'll see the movies, and I'm sure he likes it. Mm-hmm. But me, as far as Ant-Man goes, it was really good. Paul Rudd was really good.
Paul Rudd
was solid. I mean, you wouldn't think so. You would. I mean, he's a superhero. He plays a superhero, but he's not the most serious guy in the world. So that's cool. I mean, Ant-Man. I really liked Michael Douglas as Hank Pym. That worked out real well. I do have some little issues from a comic book standpoint when it comes to all this. One of my bigger issues is when he had a fight scene with Falcon. And at the end of it, he's like, "Oh, I fought an Avenger or whatever." It's fucking Falcon. It's not the Thor. It's not the Hulk. You know what I mean? So, like, granted, he is an Avenger, but it's not like he was fucking fighting Scarlet Witch or anything like that. So that was a little thing.
Yeah.
Also, considering that the next movie is Civil War, which is a big deal, and they really didn't lead into anything when in regards to Civil War. Like, I was talking to my buddy Chris at work, who is really big, who I would love to have on the show. Shout out to Chris. I think they should have showed us a little bit more in regards to the issues that the superhero community was having at the time in regards to Civil War. But I enjoyed it. It was really good. My girlfriend really enjoyed it. We took her little brothers in the Joliet Theater, which is also very nice. Have you ever been to the Joliet Theater?
I have not been to the Joliet Theater.
It was like 4 theaters, but it has like an old school movie theater.
Oh, you're talking about that old
yeah,
one.
Not Joliet, LaGrange. That's what I meant. Yeah. It had an ice old school movie theater feel, which I think
like back from like the 50s era.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of movie theaters today, like when they're developed and built,
that squeeze as many people in here as possible.
And it's like it totally kind of takes away the whole feel and the majesty of what a movie theater is. And that's, I don't know. I get piggy about that type of stuff.
He worked at the theater for.
Well, yeah, and that's my main thing. I worked at a movie theater, and the building is cool, and whatever. But my main problem with the building is that it didn't feel like a movie theater. It felt like a warehouse they turned into a movie theater. Yeah, and that sucks. I mean, and it's weird because I feel like Ford City feels like more like a movie theater than that does.
Well, yeah, and it's, by the way, if you're from Chicago and you know about Ford City, we know what you're talking about. But at your own discretion.
I wouldn't recommend going out of your way.
Yeah, don't see a nighttime movie.
No, it's not even that bad anymore. But like
matinees are your best friend.
Matinees, well, in general, every movie theater, because I paid when I went to the LaGrange Theater because they play movies that are a little bit not.
Once again, he's a cheap ass.
Yeah, it plays movies that aren't necessarily new. $6 for a movie ticket. You can't fucking
beat it.
Yeah, you can't fucking beat that. And that was 7:00 on a Saturday, so you can't beat that.
That's pretty solid.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The seats weren't the most comfortable in the world, but a lot of them aren't. And AMC's doing this thing where they feel the need to revamp all the theaters. So
hey, don't get me wrong, I've fallen asleep in a recliner.
Yeah.
Before. I mean, I missed the movie, but the nap was great.
Which movie was that, by the way, that you remember?
I think it was part of Pain and Gain.
Pain and Gain. Okay. How do you fall asleep? That's like an action movie.
I mean,
with The Rock.
Yeah. Well, don't even get me started on that movie because that
was it good?
It was good.
I never saw it.
But there was like a little bit of a lull in between scenes, and I was just kind of like, I'm gonna close my.
Generally speaking, I don't like to fall asleep during movies.
Probably because you don't want to get shanked.
No, not even just that. The last movie I fall asleep was I went to Orlando with my girlfriend and my family. We saw whatever the Mr. Sherman and Peabody or whatever the fuck they named.
Oh no, Oh,
that movie I fell asleep.
The one with Tom Hanks. No?
I don't think so.
Not the Disney one.
It's not a Disney movie, I don't think. It's a DreamWorks movie. It was animated.
Oh, okay.
But it was about a dog that talked, and he had like a little boy that was like his best friend or something like that.
I got you.
I
forgot the name.
I mean, I wouldn't say the movie was bad. I mean, I did enjoy it, but I was in Orlando, and we just got done with like theme parks and shit, and it was like my day off, and I was trying to like nap all day in the beautiful suite that we had, but like everybody was like, "Oh, let's go to downtown Disney and watch a movie." It's like, why when we can watch a movie everywhere else in the world? Why the fuck?
Do you want to watch a movie?
I don't. Especially about a movie that's about a talking dog and a little boy. I mean, how interesting does that get, to be honest? I blame Jade, who's my sister, and my girlfriend Adriana on that one because they wanted to see it really bad.
I mean, sometimes you just got to do it. You just got to go see it.
No, man.
I mean, it happens.
No, man.
Sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do.
Nah, man. Nah. See, those who know me, you know that I'm extremely stubborn and I don't want to do anything I don't want to do.
Yep.
So Adam could attest to that.
Yep.
But because we played enough shows in front of empty rooms.
Hey, sometimes the empty rooms are fun.
Somebody in this room booked, and it's not me. Let's just say. And keep in mind, you could talk all that shit that you want about shows. You're like, oh, this show wasn't so great. We played in front of people that at least were interested, as opposed to playing with a bunch of pop punk bands. And don't get me wrong.
By the way, shout out to Shoot the Messenger, Ghost. And
Woo!
We'll tag you guys in the feed somehow.
Yeah, those are our buddies.
You guys probably won't listen, but that's cool.
No, I think if I text Dan, he'll do it.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, also, like you said, shout out to Speaking with Ghost, who just played a headlining show at the House of Blues. I'm so jealous. Those motherfuckers, they're gonna be the next big thing, and I'm really excited for them. So anybody who hasn't heard,
go see Speaking with Ghost.
Go see Speaking with Ghost. They are phenomenal.
What are they doing right now? I know they were in the studio recently in Texas.
Yeah, I have no idea. I really don't talk to any of them like that. I'm friendly with all of them, but
they're good people.
They're good people. They're really nice. They blew us away the first time we saw them play.
Don't get me wrong. I've been around the music scene a very long time, and I've yet to remember, other than a couple of friends bands that we're friends with, to get down like the way we got down during their set was just like, this is awesome. Music scene is not dead. ... In Southern Illinois. Yeah. That's where they're out of. But that's cool.
Plano, I think they're out of, or some shit like that.
Plano.
Who cares, bro? If it's not Chicago, it doesn't exist. You know that.
Yeah.
So, but,
where are you from? You from Chicago?
When they're actually from like fucking
Aurora.
Yeah, Northbrook or some shit like that. Like, yeah, it's not like, don't get me wrong. Chicago's a big area, but if on your address, when somebody writes you a letter, it doesn't say Chicago in front of it, you're not from Chicago.
Well,
I'm sorry.
South side Chicago.
South side. Anyway, Adam, what else you got going on?
Well, as of right now, not too much. Started this dog walking thing. My cousin Rebecca owns a company.
She does?
Yeah. It's called Mary Meows. It's a funny name.
Well, power to her.
But you can't doubt her when she's making money. So, I mean, it's kind of weird because I own a puppy. I just bought a puppy not so long ago, and she's an incredible dog. But when you deal with somebody else's dogs, you kind of see where like they start to baby them, and like they're not just pets; they're babies. And don't get me wrong, I have to go to the north side of Chicago to walk these dogs, and you kind of like get the whole north side vibe. I'm a south side boy, so I see it. I'm just kind of like, meh. But they're great dogs. Took my girlfriend out today to help me walk the dogs because she was off Labor Day.
Yep.
And she had a good time. It was something different.
Yep.
It's not like your everyday job where you're just like, oh, I'm walking dogs. This is cool.
Yep.
But I enjoy it. Right now, it's my pocket money. I'm looking for work, but I'm going to take up this podcast thing.
It was kind of something that I threw out because I listen to a lot of podcasts, whether it be wrestling podcast, comic book podcast.
And that's the bottom line.
Yeah. I listen to a lot of that. So, I don't know. It's probably my favorite medium as far as, I'm a big audio guy in general, the music thing and everything else.
What about the vlogging world?
My problem with that is, like, I feel like we can't have a normal conversation if we're vlogging.
Yeah,
it's all like rehearsed.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I don't like that.
Yeah. I mean, don't get like. Okay, first of all, I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I don't do vlogs, but I keep track of my dudes.
Yeah.
Danny Duncan from Movie the Kings is my dude. Even though him and his girlfriend just broke up, and it kind of breaks my heart a little bit.
Jesus
Christ. But that's besides the point. But everybody knows that, like, watches YouTube. Everybody knows of Charles Strippy.
Yeah.
And when I watch his video, like his videos before, were like, all right, cool. He's been with this chick for like 6 years, and now they got married, and then boom, a year later they're divorced. And it's kind of like, oh,
Yeah, you can't really attach yourself to people's relationships like that, especially if you're not in it. That's kind of weird.
yeah. I mean, but like the whole his whole gimmick of I'm gonna vlog myself every single day and break records.
Man.
I mean, he does it, and it's amazing. He's if look up video you have to watch is the brain tumor.
Oh,
you have to go look at his video. It is insane. It is intense. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's incredible that first off, the doctor must have some serious confidence in his abilities to allow a man
to
vlog.
It.
Yeah, to vlog the fact that he's fucking having things poked at his brain. I mean, more power to him. I'm glad that he's everything's getting better for him and all of that. So good for him on that.
But I mean, that's what Danny Duncan. He's a vlogger for a good 3-4 months, and he's like, you know what? I want to start this podcast thing. And to me, I was never really like, oh, what are podcasts?
Mm-hmm.
And then he did a couple. I listened to him like, this thing is awesome. This media is awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
And me, I'm a sponsor chaser. I'm not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. If I can associate my name with something or someone, I will.
Yeah.
But all that being said, now that I'm just getting into this whole podcast thing, I'm just happy to actually be doing something that's in a medium that thousands of people could possibly hear.
Yeah, it's fun.
We're musicians and we release music, and it's cool to see a little number on the side. But when you do something different and that's not musical, and it's your voice, it's your personality that you're putting on record.
We were talking a little bit about it, and honestly, me and Adam wrote in with very little talking about what we were going to talk about. I mean, we had our first topic, and honestly, we're just bouncing from thing to thing right now.
But it's okay. We're ADD. We're
good, absolutely.
But the more times we do it, and the more confidence we get in this, we'll be having callers call in. And, and doing that kind of stuff. So
that should be fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Right now, we're doing it from the FBFW headquarters.
Yep.
And, it's comfortable. It's what we do, but it'd be nice to have somewhere where we can specifically design just for
it. Yeah, and this room is designed. This is where we practice. The drum set is sitting right there. Hold on, it's sitting right there. So, it would be nice to have another space that has nothing to do with the musical aspect of what we do.
Yeah, fit a couple desks.
Yeah, some shit where we can get comfortable, have a laptop, pull out some stories, whatever's coming out on the news right now. But, like you said, it's kind of a first run. We're testing out the waters and see how we do. I mean, so far I think it's a decent show, but we'll find out. Yeah,
we'll find out. We'll ask you guys on our Facebook page, and we'll if you guys get a notification on Facebook, hey, don't be rude. At least say hi.
Yeah,
we're friendly. We don't bite if you ask us.
Well, some of us do. I'm not the nicest guy in the world, and I admit that. I don't wear a white hat. I'm a little bit of a dick, but
yep.
But the medium is a lot of fun, and like I said, I spend probably 95% of my time listening to something, whether it's music or a podcast or an audiobook. I started
this sounds like a plug for an audiobook.
No. But
audiobooks.com.
No,
we're not associated.
No, we're not associated with nobody.
But if they do, I'll be more happy to read books in my free time.
To be honest, we don't even know if it's a real thing. We're just talking shit.
Yeah.
But I started my very first audiobook. I actually started a while ago, and I fell off of it.
What book are you reading right now?
The Devil in the White City.
Oh, right.
And for those who don't know, The Devil in the White City is a dual story about the Chicago World's Fair, and happened in 1893. About the architects, Daniel Burnham, and everybody like that, and talking about the development of the grounds and all that. But the second half of the story is H.H. Holmes, the guy who created a murder castle and used the grounds to victimize and murder people on 63rd and Wallace, which is down the street from where I grew up. So that's kind of terrifying. But it's really good. I enjoy it. I mean, I'm really big on Chicago history, and I love it to death. And it's really cool to hear them talk about things that I see every day, or been around and seen. I don't know if you know, but the Grounds Fairs was actually where the Museum of Science and Industry is at.
Yeah.
And I've been there. So it's my biggest regret, and I was talking to my family about this earlier today, that if I can go back in time to see one thing, it would be the whole entire grounds, because what they did in the amount of time that they did it was just like insane.
Yeah.
And I'm so bummed that architecture didn't stay, because it was beautiful from what you see, the paintings and the pictures and all that shit. It is insane. And fucking H.H. Holmes is a fucked up dude. That guy is just insane. He fucked with so many people. But
better them than us, right?
Yeah. But
don't get me wrong.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not talking bad about your soul or anything, but I'm happy it's you and not me.
It was only like 150 something years ago.
I mean, he could still pop up out of nowhere.
Nah, man. They hung his ass. But it's fun. But yeah, audio is awesome. Audio is a wonderful medium, and I'm glad that I'm doing my own venture outside of the whole music thing, because when you're a musician, you sell the music and your image.
Yeah.
When you're doing this, you're kind of selling your personality.
You're selling the costume.
Yeah.
What you're doing. You're selling the costume, but when you do something like this, you're selling a personality.
Which is good, because I feel like we're fun. At the very least, we have good talks, which kind of inspired the whole entire thing. I feel like a lot of the conversations we've had.
You guys should really listen to us when we're driving to a show.
Oh God.
We'll talk so much shit about each other. But if one of you tried to talk shit about one of us, we would quickly correct you.
Problems.
But not in a mean way. We hang out. We like to have a good time. Kev, you guys will probably meet maybe next week.
Maybe we'll see.
Practice is hard. Life is difficult right now, but most likely next week he'll be on the show, and we'll throw him a mic. And God knows we're all in trouble when we throw him a mic.
Good God, that guy is insane. I mean, I love Kev. I've known him fucking how long?
Ever?
Since I was like 10. I'm almost 22 now.
I had to wait till you were 10 to get you to a show.
Yeah, this is true. But that guy is fucking. He's a trip. He's a trip.
Let's put it this way: he means well.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's different medium for me. I mean, like I said, I listen to only one specific person. Specific. My Chicago accent kind of came out right there. But I only really listened to one dude, and to me that was enough. I mean, it's a cool medium.
This thing, the whole podcast,
and the fact that I don't have to wear pants is amazing.
I mean,
I'm wearing shorts.
I just know that I would not allow him to not wear pants as he's sitting across from me and staring at me the whole entire time. Good God.
Yep.
I've seen. No, I don't need to. I don't need it.
No,
I don't need it.
I don't need to put it out there.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
But yeah.
But the whole idea of a podcast actually spawned forever ago. When you first started listening to that podcast with the dude from We the Kings, you were talking about it then, and then I kind of hopped on, and I don't know. I threw it out there because I wanted to do stuff that I care about, and there's a lot of shit. I mean, I don't claim none of us claim to really be an expert in anything that we talk about.
We're dumb,
but we all have our opinions, and
no, we're still dumb. Most of us are dumb.
I think you should speak for yourself in this situation, because
I mean, we do some stupid shit.
Yeah. My parents paid high quality education for me to be a slacker.
And I went to Revis High School.
Yeah.
I mean,
awesome
football field. Enough said.
What about the team?
I'm still kind of iffy on them right now.
You could be honest.
They're 2-0 right now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
They're playing?
Yeah.
What? Oh, yeah, I guess it is September.
Yeah.
I still feel like it's summer because I'm sweating and
it's 91 degrees in September
and at least 100 something in here right now. So, but yeah. So Adam.
Yes.
Next week.
Sunday.
The Chicago Bears.
Don't even get me started.
The Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears and them damn Green Bay Packers. Oh my God. Now, I'm a football fan. My father played football. I played football for 3 years in high school.
Yep.
Doesn't make me an expert, but it does give me some credibility when I scream at the TV at the top of my lungs.
It is easily the most irritating thing when he talks about Matt Forte.
I hate Matt Forte. Listen, you're cool when you can run 25 yards on a first down.
My favorite thing about this is that my aunt and my mom, who is listening to this right now, it literally just facepalmed, and I could tell because I know how much they hate hearing you talking about Matt Forte.
Yeah, but I think the one thing that, actually, we all kind of agree on is Jay Cutler. We're all kind of all over the place about Jay Cutler.
Not my mom.
Except your mom.
My mom is hardcore Jay Cutler fan.
But he's our quarterback.
Yeah, we have to deal with him.
And we have to deal with him. But Matt Forte, he's a great around receiving running back. Well, they should make him a fucking receiver and throw him the ball. He gets throwing the ball at least 112 times a year.
Yeah.
I think Brandon Marshall ended up with 80 receptions last year. That's a problem.
I mean, that's not necessarily all Forte's fault. If you're an outlet and if you're available.
Yeah, it's because he can't block anybody. Don't even get me started on the subject. I will go off, and it's another half hour.
Yeah, I mean.
But excited for Chicago Bears football. It just sucks that our first game is against the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, no matter how you cut it, is a beast.
Yep.
I just also want to mention that we picked Jonathan Bostic over Eddie Lacy.
Isn't that awesome?
I still have a problem with that.
Isn't that awesome? Oh, dude. Oh, I wanted to talk about this, even though it's not on my list of little things to talk about. How do you feel about Tom Brady getting his suspension annulled?
Okay, hold on. First of all, if you're going to say you're going to suspend somebody for 4 games, why make it Tom Brady?
I have no idea.
Okay, Tom Brady will never have a suspension of any sort.
Nope.
Because he's the
king,
the face
of the NFL. Because Lord knows it can't be Peyton Manning with that ugly mug. No offense, Peyton. I think you're great.
But fact. The reason why me and my dad ate Parmesan chicken Parmesan, is because chicken Parmesan tastes so good.
Nothing like that new car smell.
But seriously, yeah, Tom Brady being the face of the NFL was never going to get suspended.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it would have been cool to see Garoppolo, start the first 4 games.
Dude.
He looks like he's going to be a legitimate quarterback.
Yeah.
But when I heard it, I wasn't surprised. I was a little upset because nobody will ever pull the trigger on Tom Brady being suspended.
You can't. He's the king. He is the like you said, he is the face of the NFL. He is the king. When you have 4 Super Bowl titles, right?
Doesn't he have more?
4, 5-ish,
I think.
think.
It was 5.
He might have 5. I don't know. But when you're one of the greatest and I don't give a shit what anybody says, Tom Brady is one of the greatest, if not the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. And I don't want to hear nothing about it.
Joe Montana?
Joe Montana was great, and absolutely. But
John Elway?
John Elway didn't have the statistics.
Now, are we talking statistics or are we talking rings?
All of the above. Overall. When you have the most passing touchdown record or whatever the fuck that Tom Brady has.
But Dan Marino being a close second? Because he had the other...
No rings. No rings. I'm sorry, and
Eli Manning, if he never won a Super Bowl, is he going to the Hall of Fame?
No.
Really?
No.
Really?
Eli Manning is good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Peyton Manning.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That changes the conversation altogether.
But hold on. Might I add that he beat the Bears to get his Super Bowl ring.
That was a bitter pill to swallow, mainly because the way the game started. And keep in mind,
we kick off for a touchdown. We have the number 1 defense, and then Peyton Manning picks us apart like he would normally do in any other game.
1 by 1.
We were winning. We were in the Super Bowl. That's another topic that I'm really sad about.
We started the game within the first 15 seconds. We were winning the game, and literally all the Bears had to do that whole entire game was be the Bears.
Couple picks, maybe a sack or 2.
Be the Bears that season,
and 20 years later we have another Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah,
but no. Peyton Manning is Peyton Manning, and he just beat our ass.
Yeah, he picked us apart.
Every time I see it on NFL Network when they replay the Super Bowl thing, on NFL films, I'm just like, I can't watch this.
Yeah, it's bad. It was tough, but my team had just won a title the year before.
Oh,
so
Sox 10 years.
My problem. Okay, here's the thing.
Let's not get into it.
No, we're jumping we're jumping from around sports right now. But the Blackhawks obviously they've had success, blah blah blah, and everybody kind of gets on my case about not being particularly happy about it, right? But here's the thing: I did not care about the Blackhawks when they were losing, so why should I then care about them when they win? I think that makes me hypocritical. And I know a lot of people in 2005 that didn't give a shit about the White Sox. They started to win.
And then everybody started giving a damn.
Yeah, everybody started giving a damn.
Me, I went out and I didn't give a damn either way.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I am a Cubs fan. But baseball to me is just a sport between hockey and football. And it's too long of a season.
Yep. It gives you a score to look up every day.
Yeah, it gives you you go to the water cooler, you go, hey, so how about them Cubs? Or, hey, the Cardinals beat the Cubs ass that day.
Yeah.
Except today.
Anyway.
I'll take a win.
But, yeah. But like I said. But, in 2005, everybody seemingly cared about the White Sox, and now we can't even fill a stadium.
No.
Well, so
you guys couldn't fill a stadium back then either.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, you guys were winning, and you guys couldn't.
And nobody hopped on until everybody's like, wait a minute, the White Sox, they have a winning record. And here's the thing about that: when that happened, when everybody started to pay attention, that's when that was that point in the season where the Indians were slowly but surely creeping.
All they have to do is win 2 more games.
No, that was a couple years later, but.
They can clinch it with 2 more games.
It was.
They had 2 weeks left.
It literally had 2 weeks. All the White Sox have to do is win 1 more game, and then they got it. And everybody on ESPN was like, "Oh, they got it in the bag. They're going to be straight." Blah blah blah. We did not win a single game for the last 2 weeks of that season. And see, you have to have a really thick skin around here.
Yeah, especially Chicago sports.
Oh my God!
Other than hockey, you're screwed.
And keep in mind that didn't turn around until recently either. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, you got Rocky Wirtz did a great job by taking a team that was unrecognized because they weren't on TV and put them on TV, and they're I think on 7 years straight with sellouts.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Good for them.
I have yet to go to a Hawks game, and I've celebrated by myself by chugging beer every time they won the Stanley Cup.
I'm just saying that. I went to Hawks games because my dad used to work at Jewel, right? And he used to get free tickets all the time. And we would go, and there would be nobody there.
I know. And now you can't even buy it.
You can't even no
without paying at least $115. Which for standing room.
Yeah, that's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah. What else are we talking about today, Adam? What do you got on your agenda?
Let's see. Talk sports. Talked about the Bears.
Talked a little bit of comics. A little bit. Movies. TV shows. What do you got in the TV show department?
Oh, man. Honestly, I don't watch too much TV. Me and my dad are into the automotive stuff. So,
yeah.
Anything on Velocity, that's kind of what I deal with. But Chicago-based themed TV show Mike and Molly cracks us up.
What is that?
Mike and Molly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Overweight cop. Somewhat overweight person. I don't want to call her overweight because this is rude. But, I mean, she's plump. Megan McCarthy.
Okay.
And I forgot the other actor's name, but
I think I know what you're talking about. It's like on the U or whatever,
yeah,
right? Okay.
Yeah, they're like on not commercials. They're on reruns. So they're syndicated.
Yeah, syndicated television. Yeah.
But good show, cracks us up. But really, honestly,
nothing.
TV's kind of not my vibe.
I know you guys were big on the Game of Thrones for a minute there.
Oh, yeah. Game of Thrones. Jon Snow. What? What?
I see. So for those listening, I don't really watch the Game of Thrones. My girlfriend's big on it. I just don't want to commit. My problem.
Once you watch a part of a season, you're like, shit, I got to start all over.
Here's the thing. I started Gotham when it came out.
How was that? I never really.
It was good. Keep in mind, I did start it. And I didn't finish it because my problem with this is a series in general. And patients still go week to week with the show.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I have very little tolerance from waiting. So like I'd rather.
So the to be continued kind of bothers.
I'd rather.
So the to be continued kind of bothers
No,
you.
I hate it. It drives me nuts. I'd rather wait for the season to be over, wait for it to come out on Blu-ray, and just binge watch all of it. Because me, Adriana, was it last week? We binge watched From Dusk Till Dawn, the series. It's on Netflix. Did you ever see the movie?
From Dusk Till, I believe I have.
It's with George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
About the whole vampire
Salma
thing.
Hayek. Oh.
And to be honest, the girl who's playing her, the same character, is actually extremely attractive too. I don't know her name off the top of my head.
Okay.
But she's extremely attractive. But point being, there's a show. And like the first half of the show kind of recaps what the movie did.
Yeah.
It was kind of the same kind of scenes. And the guys who they picked to play the brothers, the Gecko brothers, were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like I could swear that the guy who played George Clooney's character in the series was George Clooney at times. It fooled me. But yeah, it's pretty much, it covers up about half what the movie did, and then when they get to the titty twister, the bar, it goes way out in left field. It's like, yeah, it is out there somewhere, and it's awesome. I enjoyed it. It's on Netflix right now. I know the second season just started, but it's on El Rey, and it's one of those channels that I don't get. So I'm just gonna have to wait until this season starts back up. And since I believe El Rey is Robert Rodriguez's channel, his network, the show's going to keep on going because it's his baby. Yeah. So I'm pretty pumped. That's a good show. I recommend that if anybody is into really ridiculous B-style movie plots.
Which I never really got, like, you know how you have your A-list stars and your B-list stars, and like there's A-list movies and there's B-list movies. Like, don't get me wrong, I watch a lot of movies.
Yep.
And I never really thought about it. But when you watch a B movie, like Scary Movie, who has a lot of good actors and is just cracking up the whole jokes and everything, they know they're not going to win an Oscar.
Well, that's the point.
And that's the best part.
Yeah, that's the point.
So when you see like a good movie that you're kind of like, it was kind of stupid, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where that From Dusk Till Dawn kind of follows. And since it is Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez, those guys just don't give a fuck about anything.
Give me money, I'll make a new show. Yeah,
or whatever. So like the fact that it was, you know, I saw it when I was a kid with my dad because my dad loved that shit. With like Desperado and all that, but
Desperado was a good movie.
Oh god, it was so good.
Yeah,
like he just rips motherfuckers apart.
That guitar case.
Oh my god. But we're not gonna get into that. Maybe next week we'll get into Desperado. But overall, it was a good series. I enjoyed it. Also, since we're talking in the realm of entertainment, which again, this is kind of the whole purpose of the show. I saw for the first time. I saw Sinister. Yes, last night.
I've yet to see it.
Sinister scared the shit out of me. And I am not easily scared when it comes to horror movies. I worked at haunted houses before. I am not easily scared. I can sit there and stare at something scary, no big deal. I am a big avid fan of the Halloween series and all the slasher series. I could watch it and have no problem. Sinister, and again, I know
you up.
Yeah, I was sweating sitting there.
What was the concept behind that one?
Sinister, the concept was an author just moved into a house. The house was where a family got murdered, and the daughter went missing. I'm gonna throw out spoiler alert because my Sinister's old. So,
if it's more than 2 weeks old, spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Yeah, that's a good thing.
We're gonna have that roll.
2 weeks or older. Spoiler alert. Just so you know.
But we'll still let you know.
Yeah. But point being, he moved into this house and. It's kind of based around the whole Super 8 film that he finds in his attic.
Oh, that movie jacks me up. That scares the hell out of me.
So you seen it then?
No, I haven't seen it, but the commercials for it.
Yeah.
Okay, my girlfriend put the trailer on her phone, and I was like, "No, shut it off." She's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Just shut it off."
Yeah.
And she kept it going, and I got mad at her.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Why did you get mad?" I'm like, "That kind of stuff."
Yeah.
Freaks me because it's not just like ooh, ah.
Yeah, it's not a guy in a mask.
It's a mental scare.
It's not a guy in a mask.
Like I could do, like he said, the Halloweens, the slasher movies, the blood and guts. I'm down. Yep. But when it's like mental, video person meets what? I am not like. No, don't even get me started. Yeah. I'm gonna move away from the microphone right now because I need a minute. I'm gonna go over here.
Well, meanwhile, I'm gonna be talking about it, and he has to deal with it. So, so the film starts right. And it sets the theme because you're like, okay, holy shit, that's what I'm in for. So like it starts with a family tied to a tree, like noosed, and they have a bag over the head. They're not strangled yet. So, and as it starts, slowly the family starts to get cranked up. Like the branch is counterweighting the family, so everybody in the family is starting to get hung. And you watch it, you're like,
this is wicked.
Yeah, I'm like, this is what I'm in for the whole entire fucking movie. Like that's fucked up. So let me throw this out there. Like I said, I could do the whole slasher thing, but movies about demonic shit, it fucks with me because I have like my own personal issues with it.
Me too.
So like it fucks with me, and the fact that like the movies talk like that's why Paranormal Activity got me so jacked up. It's because I like as far as like demonic and like ancient pagan gods and shit like that,
nope,
like that. Yeah,
I don't do that.
Yeah, it fucks with me. I enjoyed the hell out of the movie, and as far as being an excellent scary movie, it did its job. And keep in mind, this movie is like a couple years old at this point.
Yeah.
And the new one came out, and I heard it was fucking awful. Did you know that the second one they actually showed it, premiered it in a cemetery in the city?
I'm not doing that.
In the city.
No.
Do you know what's fucked up the most about that though?
What?
They held it on the picnic area that the cemetery had. Let that sit.
Wait.
Yeah, let that sit for a second.
The cemetery has a picnic
exactly.
area?
Because maybe you're spending too much time with your loved one that you just like, I don't know, pull out a fucking picnic basket.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Memorial Day is when a lot of people do that. When they go to the cemetery and they chill. I've seen people pull out barbecue pits.
But my problem was that is like, does it really happen that often that it warrants a picnic ground? It's terrifying.
I mean, it is.
I don't like it.
I mean, after 5 o'clock, I'm getting the hell out of there. But
yeah, that's like sacrilegious as all hell.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. When I go to the cemetery, I'm not stepping on any stones.
No.
No, and if I see one covered, I'll. It's funny that I just made the action of me not stepping on any, and nobody can see me right now. But that's cool. It's cool.
He's a very animated person, so
this is like a whole new realm. Like I'm gonna have to get like voiceovers and overdubs, footsteps.
He's gonna have to find a new way how to express himself.
I'll figure it out. Give me a week. I'll figure it out.
But yeah, Sinister. It was scary. It had its moments. It wasn't just like jump scares because a lot of those movies. That's what they are. They are big time jump scares. It was very psychological in your head, and I enjoyed it. I'm not going to see the second one because I heard nothing but horrible things about it. So that's kind of sad that it had one thing. It was kind of one and done and one hit wonder and all that. But
I mean, sometimes the best scary movies are the ones that just won.
Yeah, that's where.
I mean, Halloween is kind of much.
Yeah.
Same aspect, same type of thing. Rob Zombie came back and did his own, and you make your own decisions about that one. But sometimes you kind of run it into the ground, and then you should just leave it alone.
Yeah. They're actually coming out with another one for that, right?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I saw it on the, I guess like one of those websites that has like the movies listings or whatever. Yeah. I saw it, and I'm like,
did you see the one about like the whole like animated Toy Story?
Dude, I'm pumped.
Incredibles. And like, did you see the meme with Adam Sandler sitting all next to the little kids? Cause he's like, this is gonna be me in theaters.
Yeah. So I actually heard the kind of the idea or one of the plot ideas behind the new Toy Story, and I actually kind of like it. It's a kind of a love story
between
Woody and what happened between Woody and Bo Peep. Because in the third one she was not around.
Really?
And he had like that scene where they were like, oh, we lost so many friends, and Rex was like, oh, like Bo Peep. He's like, yeah, even Bo, and he looked really sad about it.
Yeah.
So if they kind of play off that angle, or they have it either like a prequel to the last one, or they have him looking for Bo Peep because go on a toy adventure that we're gonna find Bo Peep and what happened to her. That's fucking badass.
I mean, the fact that we're talking about Woody and Bo Peep,
grown men.
Grown-ass men.
Grown-ass men.
Grown-ass men. I remember seeing that movie when it first came out, Toy Story, the original one.
Yeah.
I think my mom took me.
Yep.
And we watched it, and I'm just like, oh, my God.
I don't think I was born yet. I think it was like 93.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was 93.
Wow.
So, but I grew up with the movie, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
on VHS.
I've had friends almost cry on the last movie.
I did. I got teary-eyed. I didn't cry, per se, but okay. I got teary-eyed, especially when they were like going into the whole lava pit or whatever.
Like, no.
Yeah, I'm like, good. God.
No. And they rip at the strings that it's just like,
they know.
feels.
They know what they're doing, man. And like
this is why they make the big money.
Yep, they got The Incredibles coming out, which I heard plots about that. That's really
Monster
cool.
Inc.
Monster Inc. What else? Finding Dory.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
I mean, a lot of the movies that made us laugh, cry, and whatever.
All of them coming back.
They're all coming back, which is, to a 28-year-old dude, I'm pretty stoked.
Yep.
I mean, mind you, these movies came out when I was probably 10.
Youngish.
8.
Yep.
So the fact that they're finally coming around and like finishing them.
Coming back full circle.
Maybe not finishing them. They might be going around for a long time.
I mean, Toy Story 3 I felt like ended on a perfect note.
Yeah.
Because, but I'm glad that it's back. I absolutely adore Tom Hanks and all that.
And Mr. Ham.
Oh, yeah. So,
I packed your angry eyes just in case.
But, yeah, all that. And keep in mind, I want to throw this out there. Disney owns Pixar, I think.
Yes.
Disney owns Marvel.
Yes.
Disney owns Star Wars.
Yes.
Consider all
the movies that
are coming out that they own.
Start putting some money in Disney, and
I can't even afford that stock, even if I wanted to. That's like
Tim bought like 3 shares. He's like, dude, I'm up like $80.
That's what I'm saying. That like, the stock is not cheap for Disney, which obviously because they buy everything.
Yeah.
So
because they have your money to buy it with.
Yep. It's insane. Star Wars is coming out in December.
Me not being so much of a Star Wars guy, I'm pretty excited to see what they do to it because Disney always puts their own touch on everything.
Yeah. My hope is that they kind of already done this, so it kind of scares me is that they kind of intertwine Star Wars into everything.
Yeah.
Because you see like all the cartoonish like video games and stuff where you get to pick a character and run around, and the fact that you can pick Darth Vader and like pile around with Mickey Mouse kind of bothers me.
Well, I mean, they have stormtroopers in Disney World now.
Yeah. Well, they always did. I mean, because they always they had the at the MGM studios or whatever.
Okay.
They had like the Star Wars ride and stuff like that, and that's fun. That's a blast. But they were always like related.
Yeah.
But it kind of scares me. I mean, I trust that Disney's not gonna force the director J.J. Abrams, who is awesome by the way, to do what they want and kind of give him the freedom to do what he wants. So from the visuals of it all, it looks great.
I mean, they showed a couple of sneak peeks of like the pictures, and they're just like, "Oh, this is gonna be serious."
Speaking of which, I'm gonna throw this out there. I was talking to Gabe about this.
Oh, Gabe,
and
he's tall.
Yeah, he's tall. He's our. I was gonna say he's our designated tall white boy, but we have 2 of those.
Yeah, we have 2 of those, which may seem like a lot, but it works out.
Yeah, but my problem with the new bad guy Sith that they got going on is his mask kind of looks stock to me. It looks kind of like go to a Halloween store and buy a spaceman mask.
And it's that.
Yeah, it looks very not special because when you see Darth Vader, you're like, that's special.
Yeah.
When you saw Darth Maul with his paint, you're like, that's special.
With the horns? Did he have horns?
Yeah, he had horns, yeah. That's special. But when...
Chewbacca. Special.
Yeah. Sorry, I get really emotional when I hear Chewbacca because I had a dog named Chewbacca and he died. So it's really upsetting to me. But anyway, so I'm a little worried about the whole stock spaceman kind of look. But and everybody was tripping out about the side beams on the lightsaber. I think that's a little bit ridiculous. Everybody needs to calm the fuck down. It's really not that big of a deal.
The movie's called Star Wars.
Yeah. If we're looking at realism here or the idea that this might actually happen, it's called Star Wars and a galaxy far, far away. And there is a walking bear dog thing that makes noises. So,
no, fact, I walk a dog named Yoda.
Yeah?
And when it barks, it goes, whoa, whoa. No joke.
Why?
I don't know.
What type of dog is it?
It's a pit bull. 3-year-old pit bull.
What the fuck?
I know. Nicest dog I've ever seen in my life.
More power to him.
Yoda.
He has a distinctive bark.
Ears. Yoda.
Yeah. More power to him.
I mean, but like I said, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but
I am.
I'm excited to see what Disney twist. Whoa! Since we're bringing back throwback.
Okay.
Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, 2. I heard. What the fuck is going on with that?
23 years later.
Who asked for that?
23. I was 5 years old when the first one came out.
Why?
What?
Why though?
Beth Midler, right?
Beth Midler, yeah.
Beth Midler.
Bette Midler? Who cares? Midler. Her.
That lady.
Yeah.
Hasn't aged a day when she plays
For
this
real?
character.
But you know who has?
Who?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Well, I mean, that was her best looking role that she's ever
That's
played.
true.
Which is horrible. She fits that character so good. I mean, I'm so sorry. I mean, I don't mean to insult anybody, but damn.
Yeah. It's, I mean.
Her nose, her face kind of goes with the protocol of the witch.
Yeah.
What about the chunky lady?
Has she done anything else since?
I mean, do you have to?
Yeah, you do. It's not like Hocus Pocus is fun and it's nostalgic and all that, but it wasn't like.
But she lost a lot of weight.
So how are you gonna do that?
What?
If she lost a lot of weight,
she put a spell on herself. Duh, quick, figured that one out.
But her face.
I mean, it's still the same. I mean, she's still kind of chunky, but I'm not saying she's like thin.
I mean, good for her.
Yeah, but totally stoked to go see that one.
I mean, I guess.
In Halloween Town.
What about Halloween Town?
Everybody loves Halloween Town.
Oh, yeah. The first one was good. Even the second one was good.
Yeah, the second one was good.
After that, it kind of got fuzzy.
Yeah.
I don't even remember them.
I like the first one better. The first one was the best one they did. Second one?
Second one was really good.
With the brother being the... No.
No. That's...
Sister.
Yeah. No, not even just that. No, the second one was with the villain from the first one's son.
Yeah. Okay.
That's Calabar's Revenge or whatever the fuck it was called.
I mean,
dude, we're just pulling. We're pulling that stuff right now.
Well, by the way, we're working on like almost an hour.
See, I totally expected us to be like
15 minutes and
30 minutes.
And be like,
okay. Last topic. So today I came in before we were shooting the show, and I was showing Adam a rapper called Little Dicky. And yeah, you heard that right, Little Dicky. Yeah. He is phenomenal. I'm gonna throw that out there. He's really clever.
Shout out to Little Dicky.
Shout out to Little Dicky. He is clever, and I want to shout out to Ellen, my buddy, who showed me that on Saturday. So shout out to him. Thank you for that. I'm going to be jamming. So we're going to wrap this up. This is our very first show. Like I said, very bare bones, very hopping around, but it's pretty much going to be our shows from now on. It's going to be. We don't care. We're going to talk about what we want to talk about. If you want to listen to it, more power to you.
And if you guys got any comments, questions, concerns,
or even topics that you want us to talk about, we'll cover it.
We'll definitely, like I said, we'll get the Facebook page going. I'm pretty sure Jake will probably take care of that tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be done.
And we'll let you when we upload this. Well, when we upload this, we'll send you our contact info on that and let you know what's going on.
Woo!
But yeah, I mean, Jake's the one that's kind of driving this show right now, so he's kind of the main guy.
Woo!
He's the guy. I'm just kind of the what do you call him? More than a sidekick, but not as much as the hero.
The bitch.
I'll call myself the sidekick. So
yeah, I think we'll take sidekick.
I'll go with the sidekick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is a new medium for both of us, and we're very excited to launch this out there. And
yep.
Like I said, any questions, comments, concerns, hit us up on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
And we'll drop it. We'll probably have links below in our video online. Not video, but it'll be up on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll have our description below.
Yep. Like I said, guys, thanks for listening. It was a lot of fun. First episode, I feel, went really well. Sending out for the Second City Kid podcast. This is Jacob and Adam. Talk to you guys later.
Later.